Today we're gonna have Dallas Wabington.
So at UNT, we have a lot of different online programs.
Hello, Dallas. Welcome to the Online Student Experience podcast. And of course, welcome you for watching us here today once again for another episode of the Online Student Experience podcast. As I said, today we're going to have Dallas Wabington here with us. And of course, my name is João Malanga. I am the Online Student Experience Graduate Assistant, and I'm also the host of this episode. So, Dallas, before we go to our questions, let's go to get to know you a little more. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Of course.
Okay.
So, like Malenga said, my name is Dallas Wallington. I am the coordinator for the online student experience here at UNT. I am also a UNT alum. I graduated here last year in May with my master's in higher education. And so, definitely loving UNT, loved it enough so much I wanted to come and work here and work with the students. So, absolutely proud and privileged to be able to work with online students.
I know you are because we can see it in your face. So let's go ahead with the questions. And if you are watching and you like us to ask any question to our guests, you are free to leave it in the comments. So that we have here our number one question, which is, can you share a personal story or experience that shaped your own education journey?
Of course.
Wow.
So I came from a smaller institution
Mm-hmm.
during undergrad. I graduated with my bachelor's in English from Midwestern State University here in Texas. And
Whoa.
I had always expected to go more the journalism route. I expected to see myself as a copy editor, that sort of era. But as I was getting closer to graduating with my bachelor's, I realized that wasn't what I wanted anymore. And so I thought, okay, what do I want out of life? What do I want? What do I see myself in a career? And then I had thought back to all my passions I did during undergrad, the things I was involved with, student organizations. And so I wondered if, you know, being a coordinator or working with higher education students like in student affairs was an option. And so I had asked my advisors for my student organizations, how did you get this job basically? And they said, just go the higher education route. There's educational leadership,
Mm-hmm.
there's programs in higher education, just see what fits and works for you. Um, and so I had looked at different programs in UNT and around the DFW area, and UNT fit what I wanted most. And so I was so thankful to all my advisors and the people during my undergrad who kind of guided me to where I am now. And I still talk to them. I always remind them, thank you so much for leading me down this career path because I'm much happier than I possibly would have been working in journalism.
Wow, wow. And you are doing great work, by the way. We are really proud to have you here in our team and to make sure that our online students are having a very good experience. And here we have our second question, which is what are some popular and unique online programs that students should consider?
Of course. So at UNT, we have a lot of different online programs. We have programs that are solely online, we have those that are hybrid, so it really fits with what a student is looking for out of their college experience. Um, and so, one of the most popular programs that UNT offers online is the BAAS program, which is the Bachelor's of Applied Arts and Sciences. We see that more non-traditional students or students who have worked in the field for a while tend to gear more towards the BAAS program because they're sort of able to apply like their knowledge and their experience towards their program, which is always helpful because it's very nice being able to go into a program knowing that even if you have never been in college before, things you've done in the past, your experiences, your roles in different positions, it definitely helps you towards your bachelor's degree, which is extremely helpful for people who first time in college don't know what to do and what's going on. So that's definitely one of UNT's greatest online programs. And it's also nice because they also have their own online ambassadors who reach out to their students in their program and meet with them, try to plan things. And so, of course, UNT offers a bunch of different awesome online programs. So it's all up to what you want out of your career.
And Dallas, we have also this question which I find very interesting, and I want to know what your answer will be. So, the question is, how do you see online university programs evolving, and what opportunities might arise?
I honestly see online programming, academic programming, really increasing and going up from here. I believe ever since the pandemic happened, so 2020, and it's already been five
Yeah,
years, the pandemic really did
5 years. Wow,
a, I know,
I don't see it's been 5 years, but it is. Wow,
I, I know.
damn.
So I heard someone say it's been half a decade since the pandemic started, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh
why
my
would you
God.
say it like that?
Dang, dang.
But it's
Yeah,
true. It's been half a decade since the
yeah,
pandemic
that's true.
started.
That's true.
Um, but I believe since the pandemic started, it did put a major push in education, especially higher education,
Yeah,
because previously online schooling has been a thing. It was mostly geared more towards like non-traditional students, students who um, may have a full-time job, doing something else, having a family. And so that is sort of the audience that it would capture at first.
yeah,
But I believe after the pandemic hit and we were kind of forced to go online, a lot of students saw the pros of being an online student. And so some people, me including, because I was in college when the pandemic hit, um, online classes may not be for everyone. And
that's
so
right.
being in the pandemic inspired me to kind of gear, like I was content with being more hybrid, like having some classes online, some in person.
Person.
But for some students, being completely online is what they prefer. It's what they like. They prefer the self-paced. They prefer being able to kind of monitor themselves. And so since the pandemic happened and that push happened, I think people started seeing the benefits in being an online college student. And so there was more of a push, more of active involvement in creating more online programs and being more involved. And I believe from that, push, even if it was crazy, hectic 2020, from that push, a lot of benefits have come out of it. I mean, even our own department, online student experience, was probably wouldn't even been thought about,
Yeah.
over 5 years ago.
Andrea said it's get like 2 years. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it started off as just an idea of someone thinking, what if we tried to create a program or an office that geared more towards online students? And from that idea, our department was created. We have, student assistants, we have a graduate assistant who are
Yeah.
helping us try to like connect and build a community with online students. So even though the pandemic was not fun, it was not a great experience, it
That's
did
clear,
provide some
crystal clear,
benefits.
right? That's right. This is the part that I see like sometimes even in the worst moment of life, we can get some benefits, but it doesn't make the worst moment like to be like good stuff.
Hmm.
But we can have some good stuff from it. With that being said, I have this question as well. I know that there is something you always tell me, like you don't like giving advice, but I know that you are a good advisor. So let's move on to this question, which is what advice would you give to your younger self when navigating educational programs? Imagine that you are talking to the younger Dallas Wabington, and right now you're telling, hey, Dallas, you cannot go to journalism anymore. Please do it. What should be like your best advice to the younger self when it comes to navigating educational programs?
Of course, I always say that I can never change the past, I can never change what happened, but are there some ways I would have like done something a little differently? Absolutely. We all wish that. But I think an advice I would probably provide for my younger self is understand that it's okay that you don't know everything. I've always been such a perfectionist in school, in my career, and so before I came to undergrad and was having to do like some online courses,
Hmm.
before I came to grad school, my apologies. I was having to do online courses, hybrid, things like that. And I was always wanting to kind of be in control. I wanted to know
Yeah,
everything. I wanted to,
I feel it.
be be the go-to person
Oh yeah,
who would know things. But honestly, I think my education has really inspired me and told me it's okay that you don't know everything.
right.
Um, Best you can do is try to find out, try to see what you can do about it. But at the end of the day, you're human. Things are gonna happen. So it's kind of really inspired me to be more go with the flow, which I've definitely noticed that as I went into grad school and started engaging more with students. It's just say la vie, go with the flow.
Just like curiosity, would you say to your younger self, like, hey, don't think about journalism anymore?
Um, I don't think I would. Because I still have a passion for journalism and writing and things like that, and I absolutely believe that those skills I learned during that has benefited me, especially since I overlook our marketing team, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely helped me in that. So I wouldn't say like don't don't go into journalism,
Thank
do
you,
all that, but
Lord.
be thankful for the experiences you've had and look forward to what's going to come.
Wow, that's insightful. Sometimes I feel like it would be really difficult to have a conversation with my younger self. I don't know why, but sometimes I wish I could have a solid idea, as you have, like to advise your younger self. And there is this question which is going to be more open for you. If there is like other thing you'd like to share with our audience, because our audience is full of online students and also some in-person students, and I feel like you have a bunch of experiences from different aspects of your life, and we can, of course, adapt them to some maybe academic or professional thing that maybe you think is really important for them. Is there any other thing you'd like to share with our audience?
Yes, so I would definitely share my advice of it's okay that if you choose something and you find out it's not the best thing for you or it's not what you actually want. I would tell that to my students when I was student teaching in undergrad. I'd tell my students as a graduate student and then as an adult.
Right.
Is it's okay to choose something and then you find out it's not for you. I went almost 4 years of undergrad thinking I wanted to go into journalism, wanting to go into writing, and then right before I realized this isn't for me, this isn't what I want. And so some people may see that as, well, that's just a waste of money, going through all those years of college and realizing that's not what you want. But some people may view it as more of an opportunity and taking those skills, even though I'm not directly applying them to a field like journalism
That's
or
right.
writing, I'm still applying those skills I learned in the career I'm in now. So definitely realize, yeah, again, you can't control everything. If you decide that you want to change your major one semester into college or, 4, 5 semesters into college, it's okay. Just kind of talk with your advisor, talk with us. Honestly, we could definitely give you some insightful thoughts, and realize you're not alone in the process. That's our biggest thing. It's just reminding online students that we're here with them.
That's right. And for those who would like to contact you, how can they do
Yes.
that?
So, easiest way to do it is just email me. You do dallas.wobington@unt.edu. I'm also a success coach with the online student experience. So, if you wanted to make a virtual appointment with me, you can do so through Navigate. You can easily access me there. And then I'm also, like I said, I overlook marketing. So, if you wanted to send a DM through Instagram or Facebook, I'm easily accessible through there.
Okay, and don't forget that we have also our Facebook page, which is UNTOSE. You can follow us there. And of course, on Instagram, UNTOSE. And you can be also part of our Discord, which the link you can find of our social media in the description of this video. This was episode 2 of the online student experience. I'm your host, and I hope to see you next time. And don't forget, go Ming Green. Yeah.